Whoop. Hey, you guys, welcome. It's the Dr. Jason West Lyme Fighter Live. May is Lyme Awareness Month, so I just wanted to share with people some of the things that we've covered and that we are covering. And all of this, by the way, is free. Like we have an ebook giveaway at www.lymefighter.com. That's Lyme fighter.com. And we're just sharing some of the things that I've learned in over 20 years of treating Lyme disease. So with Lyme Disease Awareness Month, like Lyme is the great imitator. And so many people get misdiagnosed or inappropriately diagnosed. And I think some of the medical treatments for Lyme disease, maybe they're appropriate in the acute phase, but in the chronic phase, it's not about killing the bug. It's about making the person healthy. And by the way, this is such a wonderful way to help things like shingles, like Epstein-Barr, like chronic staph and strep infections. Epstein-Barr virus that causes, chronic fatigue it's not the disease that's important, it's the person. And so many things that we can do to help the person by putting some rules in order. So some of those things are like making sure you go to bed at the same time and getting up at the same time. I know it sounds too simple, but I've had some amazing outcomes putting order back in the system. Now, it's not just about going to bed on the same time and getting up at the same time. It's actually a lot more significant than that. So everybody, I just want to just really iterate and be happy with the literally how to make people healthy. Good food, good water, good sleep, having a stress channeling effect that is so important for helping people to be healthy. So, okay, I just got a note on my screen. We're having a streaming error here. Okay, so those are all the things that we wanted to come over. It's all in the book here. And so what's happened is we just want to make sure that we reach, teach, and help as many people, and recognizing that some of the problems that you have with Lyme disease is that you have barriers to healing. So the barriers could be molds, which are a huge factor. I'm getting more and more confident that mold is the hidden quicksand that keeps people from healing. So making sure that we test mold, we're looking for mold and mold removal. The second thing that we have is looking at heavy metals. So heavy metals do to kryptonite, do what Superman to kryptonite. They just paralyze everything. It doesn't work very well. And so if mold is a problem, if heavy metals is a problem, and the other thing is chemicals and microplastics and never die chemicals. Too many people that are fighting with chronic infections and chronic disease don't have a good way to get all of the things that they're coming out or they're coming in contact with. Remember, everything in our environment that we come in contact with, that we eat or that we drink or that we breathe or that we touch, the body either uses it as a building block to build things up, or it uses it as an energy molecule, or it has to excrete it. Like there's kind of only three options. Use it for energy, or excrete it. And so many times people have gummed up liver problems, they have kidney problems. And when we don't have good detox pathways, it literally hurts every way possible the healing paradigm. So you guys, it's not a bug problem. It's a person problem. You got to make the person healthy, and you treat the person like a person. So that means it's not a disease, and it's not a patient, and it's not a number. We want people to get a lot better. So we want to strengthen the immune system. By the way, you guys, some of the neat things that you can do in a chronic Lyme case, or PTLDS, which stands for post-treatment Lyme disease syndrome, is making sure that we have a good and we have a healthy lymphatic system. And so what that means is we want to have a neat way, or a nice, clear way for things to get out of the body. And if we don't have those things, what occurs is we have a stagnation. We have literally a block that doesn't allow people to get the energy that they need to heal. See, I really feel that healing is all about energy. if you have energy, you have the ability to repair and recover. And so many times what happens is chronic infection, it just steals energy for the body. There's only so much to go around. And if we're always fighting chronic low-grade infections, if our lymph is blocked or our lymph is full, then what happens is we can't heal. And so many of the times we make these massive inroads for people that have been stuck just by improving energy, by improving nutrition. All of that is something that was just really, really healthy that we can help people to get improvement. So that's what we're doing this month. We're literally giving the recipe of barriers to healing, of treatments that a lot of doctors don't know about that stimulate the immune system, that help change the hydrogen ion content in the lymph nodes. That's one of those beautiful 100-year-old studies that came out in the literature that says if you give a mineral and dilute digestion or hydrochloric acid, it changes the structure inside the lymph nodes and it helps to get things out. So also looking at the world's most important vitamin and the most important mineral, and that is the one that you need. That's what's so key about helping people to recover from things. And then the other thing we talk about in our book at the lymefighter.com, we have a free ebook about how to help people with Lyme disease, is so many times people forget that the nervous system develops a nerve and thinks it's normal to be sick. Like I just had a patient today that literally has been sick for 20 years. That's half of her life. And I said to her in our workup, I'm like, hey, when's the last time that you were healthy? And she's like, I don't know. I can hardly remember. Well, think about this. The nervous system like keeps score and it thinks it's normal so you're not dead and you're not thriving. You're kind of right here. And so what happens with that is we're in this memory loop, and it's not like sometimes I work with people that are in the roping and ranching world, and they'll come in and they'll be missing a digit. They'll get a rope caught around their finger, and then the cow will take off, and what happens is it pulls their finger off, and what occurs is now they have this phantom limb syndrome, and what happens is we have things that aren't working very well because the nervous system thinks it's normal to be hurt. And so that's some of the secrets of our book. So this is what we're doing all this week. Now we have a more in-depth live and patient question and answer period coming out next week. I want to invite you or people that you love and appreciate to be in that. They're struggling with Lyme, to be in that. We're going to go over specific patient questions. We're going to go over protocols. And I'm just really excited for that event. We also have a way to let's give you some resources, whether you're across the street or across the country, so that you can beat this great imitator. Remember, there's always hope. You're not your diagnosis. It's not the bacteria that's making you sick. It's the terrain, it's the nerve memory, and it's the barriers to healing that are preventing you from being healthy. This is Dr. Jason West. I'll see you next week.